What's going on, everyone? This is X25 and welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic. Now, I might need to be a little bit more quiet today because someone in my house is still asleep. But anyways, nonetheless, yes, we're back. And as you can see behind me, the town finally has a train. Yes, and actually I need to talk about something before we jump right in here. What I was originally going to do is that I was going to do a totally different video, and I was going to show off a couple trains in here, and then I was going to have you guys vote on which train that you wanted to see in the town. But then that quickly got canceled because I actually tested some trains that I found on the workshop off camera, and all of them were super laggy, and it just did not work. And this is the only one that doesn't lag. It has a little bit drop in the FPS, but once it gets moving, it's actually pretty good. It actually runs pretty good, game-wise. Anyways, if you are enjoying Scrap Mechanic on the channel, if you want to see more, be sure to hit that like button, and also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to join my Discord. I will leave a link to that down in the description. You can send any creations that you want to see here in the town through here. And we have more than just a train to check out, but the train is the main attraction for this video. So why don't we just start? Okay, so first, let me pull out the train here on the lift, so that way you know who made this train. It's actually a pretty nice looking train. It kind of reminds me of a train that you would see on a narrow gauge railway. I know we checked out something like that in Brick Rigs not too long ago. Anyways, wait, no, it was Steam Loco. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, I actually like the look of this. Besides the front, the front, it could be better because it looks a little bit weird. No offense to the creator if you're watching this. It's still a good train. Don't get me wrong. I'm not really the biggest fan of the front. It doesn't really look. It just looks kind of weird of how it's set up. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones I wanted to use, but for some reason it lags like crazy. Probably because of all the bearings that's on it. But anyways, I'm trying to find the train here. Ah, here it is. It is the 440 locomotive, and it's by Atomic. I've heard that name a couple times. Pretty sure he's made a couple of other stuff here in the city, and I'm probably going to do another viewer creations episode with trains because I have downloaded a couple more. Here's another one by Atomic. It's a diesel train. I might use it for a freight train in the town, because I do plan to have a cargo area, a small little train yard. This one actually looks kind of nice, but this one won't fit on the tracks. And this is and these are by Gamer Thinks He Can Game. This is another one of the options, but it was fine by itself. The problem is when I added any cars to it, it just lagged. It just tanked my FPS rate. And then here's the main train, the Steam Loco GWR 38XX, and it's by the same person, Gamer Thinks He Can Game. And this is Steam Loco Big Boy, and it's by Pro MLG Gamer #1. It is the Union Pacific Big Point, the biggest steam locomotive in the world. And you forgot to finish the word. And anyways, yeah, this is the steam train. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, again, it looks kind of like the one on the narrow gauge railroad. And the passenger cars, if I can find them here, I'm pretty sure they're made by a different person, but they just fit this train perfectly. This is, oh wait, no, it's made by the same person. It's by Atomic. It's just simply called Passenger Car. I'm pretty sure it's this one's made for the steam tram that he's made as well. We've seen that in a couple episodes as well. And there's another passenger car. It's actually a very nice passenger car. I used it for the other ones. And it's by Oliver Armpits. That is a weird name. Anyways, yeah, pretty simplistic here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. If you, sorry about that. The UPS truck came for a box. Yeah, I got it. And anyways, we're back. The cars are basically the same. I did add a whoops. I fell off. Whoops. Talk about the strategic placing of the train station. Although, if I got any closer to the tracks, well, this is the furthest away I could. This is the closest I could get to the train tracks here. So I was very limited on options, and I have no idea why it's lagging right now. It just got very laggy, like more than usual. Why is it lagging this much now? It's usually very good. Now, something else to know. The coupling system, as you can see, they are technically not touching. Yeah, it's a very unique coupling system I've seen on a couple trains. Anyways, yeah, what you basically do is that they originally come like that one, and then you use the switch there to turn it, and then you just simply break one of the pipe pieces to, and then just line it up in place, and that's basically it. And then you just reinstall a pipe piece, and then they're like technically connected, and you cannot break them off. So yeah, this is the inside of the passenger cars. Very simplistic. I really wish those doors were able to open, because that would be awesome. So we could just go from car to car. Anyways, making our way back out of here. It actually fits the town quite well, although the station is a little bit big. As you can see, I had to modify the station quite a bit. Yeah, that was the only problem with this train. Whoops, I fell off again. Yeah, as I said, that was the main problem about this train. Because it was a lot lower. It was lower than the actual height of the platform, so it wouldn't be realistic. Because like originally, if the station was still like this before, you would have a hard time getting into the train cars, but getting into the engine itself, it was just fine. But yeah, that's why it's like it is. And by the way, I might be doing another town, like a town 2.0, and I'm actually gonna build my own creations there and see what I can do, and then I'll eventually get you guys involved. And I'll still record episodes. It'll probably just be episodes of me just building it at first, and it'll just be progress reports and stuff like that. Anyways, let's just get into the train. You've all seen this before. Zoom out, and the controls for this 1 and 2 make you go forwards and backwards. 3 is the lights, and then 4 is the horn. I did customize this a little bit because, first of all, this train needed a horn. Well, no, not a horn. I mean a whistle. It's the diesel trains that have a horn. Whoops, my bad. And I'm an expert at trains. I call myself an expert at trains. And I just forgot there for a second. I had a little brain fart. But yeah, it's actually no. I'm pretty sure it's very good on the FPS. I think the reason why it's lagging is because it's like right up against the station. Yeah, Scrap Mechanic doesn't do very well. Like if two creations collide together, well, at least come very, very close together, it will lag. Still, that's always been an issue. Yeah, but in the engine update, the only thing that the developers fixed on that was if you like fell off from a giant cliff and then if you smashed it to the ground, it wouldn't lag at all because it used to lag. I knew it used to lag a lot back then because I watched my other YouTubers do it. YouTubers that I watch at least. And yeah, if you're curious to know what mods this train uses, I'm pretty sure it uses the mod pack by Durf, which is an obvious one because of all the wedges, with all the advanced wedge pieces. I know it also uses X's train mod, which is all the train wheels and the piston parts for the flywheel or something, whatever that thing's called. And something very interesting. The piston that's hold on. The piston that's right there. That's like right by the second front wheel of the train. That's actually a very interesting part. It's actually moved by physics, because normal pistons is scrap mechanic. You actually need to put them to like controllers or motors in order to get them to work properly. But it's something that apparently the mod developer of the train mod tried to actually figure it out. And the train's actually thruster powered as well. It's not WASD, which is something else very interesting. Unlike how I do my trains are usually WASD controlled, which makes things a little bit easier and a little bit less bearings. And I just noticed something. The front wheels are not moving. I have no idea why. Yeah, they're legit. Well, now they're moving as I'm saying that. But yeah, it works very good. We just need to get away from the station, and then we can start picking up speed. And yeah, it's a pretty nice looking train. Now we are gonna. I do want to prove to you guys that it is FPS friendly as soon as we get fully pulled out of the station. And for some reason, yeah, it's not going very fast for some reason. I did upgrade the power a bit on the train, just so that it won't be miserably slow. So yeah, that's another modification I did, because one of the major issues I had with the train at the start is that, like, by itself it ran just fine. Like, it had a good speed to it and everything. But the problem is, when I added train cars to it, it started to slow down a bit. So yeah, and it was extremely slow. We were going at 2 miles per hour as well. So yeah, that's another thing I did. I upgraded the power. A little bit. And I tried to make it even. And the FPS does improve a bit. It will get better once the game gets used to it. I just don't know why it's lagging. It just got, like, at one point in time, it just got extremely laggy. And I don't know why it did. It was like right around where I fell off of the train the first time, and then I needed to put the lift down in order to get out of that crevice. Anyways, we're almost fully pulled out of the station. So yeah, as I was saying, I might make another town, and it's going to be a lot smaller. I might make my own railroad crossing as well, because yeah, this one is fine, except it kind of adds more to the block count in the world, and I really want to have the block count, reduce the block count as much as possible before I even get started on the actual town. Like, without the train here, it will probably run just fine, unless if I have it welded to the ground, just like everything else on this world, which is probably why it's lagging. This is the only one that's actually, no, the car, I still have my Corvette in my house over there. So yeah, so it's not the only thing that's welded to the ground. Yeah, not everything's welded to the ground. The vehicles are, I'm pretty sure, are the only things that are not welded to the ground, but every single building is. And that's how I keep the frame rate up so high. Oh yeah, now we're moving. Here we go. And I know that there's a city builder tile. I might use that as well. That is, if it is up to scale. I might need to check it out in testing off camera. See what. Yeah, here we go. The frame rate's improving. Yeah, now that we're fully out of the station, we're also picking up decent amount of speed. Yeah, here we go. Now we're moving. Here, whistle. I got a feeling that's every kid's dream, because I know that every kid likes trains. I loved trains as a kid. I also went to a local railroad park close to where I live, and it has like it has like a legitimate, like a super huge steam train with a couple of past stagecoaches, which is what they were called back in the day. And they actually turned it into a museum. It was awesome. I have no idea where it was from. It was obviously from here where I live in Arizona. I'm wondering if it was for like someone important, because the very back of the car, it was like its own. It was like someone's own private hub. Okay. I don't know why that happened. Oh, great, the terrain glitch. I'm pretty sure that the terrain glitch just happened. Oh, great, we just got the terrain glitch. Yeah, sometimes there's an issue with the custom tiles. That's when sometimes when you sometimes well, what I'm trying to say is there's a glitch with the custom tiles that sometimes happens when you're just playing around, like you're just casually driving your creation, and then somehow you glitch through the ground. Yeah, I don't know why that happens, but hopefully, what people should be sending this to developers and be like, hey, this is an issue. Yeah, it seems like that every time when the developers fix one thing, like another problem just happens to manifest. It's weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, apparently I cannot place it here. Okay. I'm going to need to move it back, because apparently it does not like it. Yeah. Sometimes the train... I've never had... And this is the first time I've had this issue with the train tracks. Like, it's usually very good with the train tracks, because this is the only custom tile that it is. The rest of it is just all stock. The train tracks are the only thing that's not stock here. It's from a Lord Pain mod, a terrain assets mod. Oh, great. That's an issue. That's an issue. And I already know this is going to lag when I put it down. Yep, it's lagging. Yeah, Scrap Mechanic does not really do well if two creations collide and they're both not welded to the ground. It's one of the main issues in this game. Hey, Scrap Mechanic developers, if you're watching this terrain glitch thing, this is an issue, a major issue. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that wants it to be fixed. Oh, great. I might have dropped it too high. It was actually a bad idea, because now I need to move both of these cars. And I will leave these on the world, because it's a pretty long and painful process to get these things connected. Yeah, it's a bit tedious to get. It's a real pain to get these kinds of cars connected, unlike the other train cars where you could just simply weld them to the ground. It looks like I did spot correctly, so I was right when oh, great, that's going to spawn on top of it. You know what, I'll despawn the cars for now, just to get some frame rate back. But I'll leave the train. The train will stay. The train can stay. But yeah, we finally have a train in the town. And if you're wondering when I'm going to add the cargo yard for the train tracks, it's going to be in an industrial area with a couple of factories, like, or warehouses, and it's going to be more in that direction down there, because I do have another set of roads over there. Anyways, yeah, like I said, this wasn't the only thing to check out, unless if I already checked out everything else in a previous video. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so anyways, I think that will do it for today's episode of Scrap Mechanic. We have an actual train